All right, DJ Zamora, welcome back to the show, man. Thank you so much for making the time and coming out here with us.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you having me on again.
Now, I know last time we had you on, one of the big things that you were talking about, something that was really important to you, was staying active. So you got a quick turnaround on this one, or at least we'll say a relatively quick turnaround. You got to be happy about that.
Yeah, definitely happy. Definitely excited to be right back in the ring again. Next week, September 20th. Uh, Excited to put on a great show for you guys again.
So depending on how this one turns out, let's say you go out there, maybe it doesn't make a difference. You get the eight, you go to 8 rounds, you get the points victory, you get a stoppage. Since we're in September, would you, I don't know if it's even a possibility, but would you be trying to cram another one in by the end of the year? Or are you going to just enjoy the holidays, get some of those eating opportunities in there, and start fresh in 2025?
No, definitely. Like I said before, my biggest thing is to stay active, and that's what I want to do. So if we can get another fight in before the end of the year, I'm definitely down for that.
What was the process on this one? Because last time we talked, it was only, I don't know, not that long ago. And you didn't have anything lined up. There was no fight on the horizon, and then all of a sudden you get the fight. So like, what's the process in that? Does Top Rank call you? Did they call your manager? How does the whole thing unfold?
Yeah, they get a hold of my manager, and then my manager, he tells us. This time, like, it was pretty quick, so um they got a hold of my manager. My manager called us, and we said yes to the opponent, agreed to everything, got the contract in, signed it, and here we go next week, ready to
Just
put
like
on the
that, huh?
show.
So
Yep,
so when
yes
he
sir.
calls up, so when they called up, they didn't call up with like just having a date or just having an opponent, a possible date. They called up and it was like the whole package. You took it, you signed off on it right away. Let's go.
No, well, it was the date first. They told us the date first, and then as the probably about a week or two after, they sent us an opponent. So, yeah, the date first, and then the opponent came after.
Okay, nice, nice. And what do you think about this guy?
He's tough. Definitely a step up from my last opponent. He's 12-5 from Argentina. Never been knocked out before. Um, so and he's the type of guy who's gonna stand his ground and let his punches, let his hands go. So I definitely think that this is gonna be a tougher fight, a step up fight, and that's what I want. So I'm very excited to put on a great performance and a great show for you guys next week.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. I mean, that's what you need, right? You got to keep building, keep progressing, and getting those tougher fights. And
Exactly.
Argentina, man, they're known for having some tough guys. First ones that come to my mind
Yeah.
is Brian Castano and Marcos Maidana, right? Both of those guys have come out and made a name for themselves.
Exactly.
So when I looked at this guy, I was able to catch just a little bit of film on him. First thing that pops out onto him, how much bigger of a guy you are, right? So you're coming in there, you're like what 5'10", right?
Yeah. Yep.
He's like 5'4.5". Now, now when I watch you fight, I think about you as a kind of controlled aggression, right? You ain't coming in there all willy nilly, crazy, exposing yourself for counters and things like that. But you're on the front foot and you're being aggressive with it. Now, when you come in and you're so much bigger than the guy, do you
Mhm.
just like, hey, this is my style, this is how I fight, or are you gonna like maybe possibly utilize that height, utilize that reach, and stay on the outside with your jab more?
Well, that's the thing. My style can vary depending on who I'm fighting. Fight to fight. You know, of course, when you fight a shorter opponent, you're gonna want to keep your distance and stay long and stay on the outside in my range because my arms are longer and his arms are shorter. So my jab's gonna be able to land first from a farther distance. So I'm gonna be able to keep him at bay and keep him on the defensive where he's gonna have to think a lot more and really struggle to try to get inside to land shots off on me. Whereas my last opponent, he was taller guy, longer guy, so he was
Right.
doing what I'm want to do, what I'm planning to do to this guy. He was trying to do to me, keep me away, keep me at distance. So I had to find a way to get in. And yeah, like I said, my coach and my dad, one thing they preach to me is being versatile, being able to fight any style, whether it's having to be on the front foot like my last fight and walk a guy down, or if I got to be on the back foot, stay on my jab and really outbox a guy and just keep him on the defensive.